Hello guys, welcome to the Bankroll team. We are talking Tuesday's Champions League round 2 fixtures with sports writer Martin Green and pro tipster at needfortips.com, and also Stuart, founder and pro tipster at tipsterhq.com. Unfortunately, as you all know, Natalie will be missed for a small period of time. Hopefully, she is giving birth to a little child. I think that another member of Team Bankroll for sure can wait to see another member of Team Bankroll because we are killing it week after week. I think that we will try to do our best. We will try to deliver our best predictions and tips and provide you guys with some winning picks week in and week out. So today we will concentrate on Champions League Tuesday matches for now. Guys, thank you for being here.
Thanks, Alex. Great to be here. Thanks, 888 Sport, powered by 888 Sport today. Great to have you on board. Looking forward to an exciting round of Champions League fixtures on Tuesday.
Hey, Alex, can I just point out that Natalie isn't giving birth as we speak? There's
no.
Later.
for sure, no. For sure, she's not giving birth as we speak because we would be with her and we would be not exactly with her there, but she will be in our mind, and we wouldn't be live for the Champions League because we will be messaging her on WhatsApp and stuff.
If she's on WhatsApp while she's giving birth, that is a courageous woman, I have to say.
Okay. We know Dortmund versus Real Madrid is the match of the day, but we have other interesting matches also. Liverpool with a tough visit in Russia. We know that all the visits in Russia are tough matches against Spartak Moscow. City facing home with an Ukrainian side, which was the positive surprise of round 1 of fixtures, Shakhtar Donetsk, and some others competitive matches, Monaco versus Porto and Napoli versus Feyenoord. So let's start with what do you guys want to talk about? Let's start with Dortmund versus Real Madrid because it's the match of the day in Champions League. Martin, what do you think about that match?
It certainly is the match of the day, and for that reason, I'm leaving this one alone. It's like when you go to the horse racing for a big meeting, and the big race of the day is really competitive and it attracts all the money. I'd rather bet on the lesser heralded ones where I've got a better chance. I think it's going to be really tight. They played twice last season, and Borussia Dortmund got a draw both times. I think Real Madrid are understandably the favourites, but they've started very shakily this season. Some really strange results in the domestic league. And I don't know. I mean, Dortmund come into this game on the back of a 6-1 victory at the weekend, and they're looking really strong. I can see the two teams maybe cancelling each other out and another draw, but I don't have enough conviction in that to back it. So I'm staying away from this one.
Stuart, do you think that Real Madrid can bounce back after a shaky start of the season in their domestic league? They are 7 points behind Barcelona right now, and with Cristiano Ronaldo not being in his best shape at the moment. And let's be honest, Dortmund are looking really good, and they are unbeaten at home against Real Madrid so far in Champions League.
Yeah, I think Dortmund will be looking at this one and saying we've got a really good chance of getting some points. I mean, this group is turning out to be a lot more interesting than we thought. You know, the Spurs win against Dortmund in the first game, I thought that was really impressive. And it'd be interesting to see how things go as this group goes on. But, you know, this is a match where either side can win. And I think both sides will be looking and say, right, we can get some points here. Let's go out, let's play some football, and let's score some goals. And I think goals is what we're going to see in this one. I'm actually got a little bit something on this, and it's over 1.5 goals in the first half. I think we're going to see quite a decent start. What did I get for that? 2.2 with Ladbrokes. They're way ahead of the rest, so get on that.
Nice.
Yeah, and giving the fact that Benzema, Marcelo, and Toni Kroos are missing the action tomorrow, but maybe Cristiano Ronaldo will bounce back and will show his real face. He's old, yeah, he's starting to get old, but maybe he will show he has goals still in him, you know. I'm going for the Alex Classic, of course, because this is the way to go in this one. Um, the odds are not looking really good for that one. 1.6, the best odds that I found on the market. But I think that it works to stick it in an accumulator bet, so not more than that. I think that it might go with the win of Real Madrid, but it's not one of my top tips.
Fair enough. I wouldn't put that as one of my top tips either. It's going to be a tough game. It's going to be an interesting one, but I'm looking forward to seeing it, I have to say.
Yeah, absolutely. Second of all, Liverpool, as we said, is traveling tough travel at Spartak Moscow. Should we back them for the win here, Stuart?
I'm not backing them for the win. I'm staying away from the match odds market. I mean, that Liverpool defence is more than a bit suspect. And I think there was some kind of stat that when Dejan Lovren doesn't play, they concede more goals, they win less games. And Lovren is, I believe, out for this one as well. So I'm staying out of this one on the match odds, but I do have something in the both teams to score market where I'm going for yes at 1.75 with Bet365.
Given the fact that Group E is the only group where each team have 1 point after the first round of fixtures, Liverpool, Sevilla, Spartak Moscow, and Maribor, I think that it's fair to approach with to be more conservative in this game. But maybe Martin can tell us what is his lean, and maybe he's going for Liverpool to win this one.
No, I really don't like betting on Russian teams in the Champions League, just because they're typically really strong at home and poor on the road, and it's such a long old way for Liverpool to have to go and play. I think the odds on them don't really make it attractive enough to back them. Maybe I'd look at a plus handicap for Spartak Moscow if there was any value there, but no, it's the same as Man United heading to CSKA Moscow. Don't particularly like either game, and staying away from them.
Yeah, sometimes the bet is a no bet, you know, as we say. Another Premier League, the best Premier League team so far in their domestic league, Manchester City, scoring machine. I don't know what to say. I don't have words for them. They are incredible. They are brilliant in their last matches. They are playing against the surprise of the group so far, Shakhtar Donetsk, who won their opener against Napoli 2-1. Could Shakhtar Donetsk will pull another upset in this one against City? I don't think so. But I want to hear your thoughts on this one, guys. Martin, what do you say?
I think this is a really, really stern challenge for Shakhtar Donetsk. I mean, they did really, really well to beat Napoli, and that was surprising. But I think City are just absolutely on fire at the moment. They've scored 20 goals in their last 4 games. They haven't conceded. Competition for places is just making them all play out of their skin. Aguero, Gabriel, Sane, and Sterling are all on fire, you know, and De Bruyne and Silva are pulling the strings. It's a phenomenal attacking unit that they've got there, and they're stronger defensively. So I think they're just going to keep it rolling. They were very impressive when they beat Feyenoord 4-0 in their last game. I think they can do it again here. There isn't a great deal of value. I mean, you have to give them quite an extreme handicap to get any value. So I'm sort of staying away from that. I quite like the look of City to win to 0. I know Man City aren't really known for their defensive nous, but they've kept 4 clean sheets in a row here. John Stones is playing a lot better this year. And I think Shakhtar Donetsk will be on the back foot for a lot of the game. So I can get 2.26 on City to win to 0. I'm going to have some of that.
Awesome stuff. I think that I really like Shane's both Manchester City to win both halves at 1.65. I will stick that in an accumulator as well. But my top tip for this one is City and the over 3.5. I think that is around 1.9. Dale is I think that I totally agree with Dale on that one. But I want to hear Stuart. Maybe he's going for a crazy bet in this one. Can't wait to see odds of 4, odds of 5. Come on, Stuart, you can do it.
Honestly, Champions League is not the place to be going for crazy bets. You know, the favourites generally win, and you can see why. They are the better sides. They spent more money, and this is a complete mismatch. And there's just nothing here in terms of value where you want to be back in terms of the match odds. I think Shane's bet is pretty good. I quite like that, but I'm staying well out of this one. I'm staying out of quite a few of them for Group F. Frankly, it's a tough group.
Yeah, really tough group and a really tough match. I think that Shakhtar might find the back of the net, if you ask me. But I can't I can't wait to see the match. It will be a really good match again with the City. Might score again 3-4 goals on their own and might cover that Manchester City to win and the over 3.5 goals in the match. Another interesting match and possibly a goal fest, a really entertaining match from my point of view. And I will go with the Alex Classic again at odd of evens. Monaco versus Porto. I think that both teams are really decent. They are really attacking-minded teams with huge firepower. And Monaco's domestic league rounds till now are showing us that they still have them. They still have the goals, with Falcao scoring 11 goals so far in their domestic league. But also Monaco, also Porto started the Champions League fixtures campaign on the left foot. 1 point for Monaco over that draw match against Leipzig, and unfortunately Porto lost home with Besiktas 3-1. So what do you guys think about this? Really, I think it's important for both teams to take the 3 points here. Martin?
Monaco versus Porto. I think I like Monaco to win this game. I mean, they got to the semi-finals of this competition last season, lost a few key players in the summer, such as Mbappe and Bernardo and Bakayoko and Mendy. Some Premiership teams really benefited from that. But, I mean, they still have a very strong team. They've got a good scouting network and they've got in some decent players to replace them. They've started very well in the in Ligue 1. I had them to beat Lille this weekend and they won it comfortably. And I think the odds that I can get on a straight Monaco win, I got 2.1, just look very attractive. Porto let me down a bit last season, and their defeat against Besiktas will be hugely disappointing. Now they're on the road. I think this is a game that Monaco really has to be winning. Falcao's in great form, and I think he'll be a constant threat. So straight Monaco win for me in this one.
Wow, I didn't expect that. What do you say about that one, Stuart?
Yeah, it's not very often I agree with Martin, but on this one, we are in lockstep. I think Monaco, they're a side a lot of people expected to crumble when they sold a lot of their star players over the summer. But they've regrouped, they're playing very well, and they're looking like a decent side again. Porto, on the other hand, I think they're a fading side, and they're going to need to do a lot of work to try and get up to their former glories. So, yeah, I'm with Martin, home win.
Good. That means that you guys should listen also to Martin, also to Stuart, and place a bet on Monaco to win this one. They both think that Monaco can do it, but I will stick with my Alex Classic here. I think that also Porto can find the back of the net. Another interesting match, and I think that is the last one that we will talk about. If you guys have more, I will gladly hear them. Besiktas versus Leipzig. Besiktas first in the standings after the first round, of course, beating Porto away, and Leipzig just a draw match with, as we talked, with Monaco. So it will be a really interesting match. You know that the Turkish fans are always really good. I think that they are the best in the world, and they will support their team from the crowd. I think that Besiktas will make it really tough for Leipzig, but I want to hear your thoughts on that, Stuart.
Yeah, I think Besiktas, they're really undervalued in this one. I think they've got a very good chance of getting at least a point out of this game. And I think the draw is probably the way to go. I'm not putting my money on it yet because I'm just holding back a little bit. I'm not quite there. But if I was going to go for anything right now, it would be in the draw.
Martin, do you think that Besiktas can take the 3 points and secure their first place in the standings?
I think they could. I think this is a game that really could go either way. I think on paper, RB Leipzig have the better team, but they're very unpredictable at the moment. I made a ton of money by backing RB Leipzig last season, and this time around, they don't seem to have quite found their feet yet. They're quite inconsistent, so you never really know which Leipzig team is going to turn up. The hesitant, plodding one or the all-conquering one, and I'm leaving them alone for the minute. I agree that Besiktas are well priced, and they'll certainly take a lot of heart from that victory over Porto. But yeah, there's nothing really jumping out at me, so this one's also a pass for me, I'm afraid.
I understand. Okay, I thought that is the last match, but I missed one match, and Stuart would be really angry with me if I wouldn't come with Tottenham playing away at APOEL. Tottenham started by winning 3-1 against Dortmund, but from my point of view, it was lucky because Dortmund had the possession,
Lucky?
had the most opportunity. This is my thought. Come on. We shouldn't have the same thoughts, you know. But anyway, I think that they have an easy match against APOEL. I want to hear your thoughts, Stuart, because there is not such a great value betting on this match. From my point of view, the only value is Tottenham to win and the over 2.5, priced at 1.85 right now. But what do you say about that bet?
Well, I don't think Spurs were lucky against Dortmund. I think they were the better side. Let's put it that way. They will be the better side against APOEL as well, and they'll get the win. But as you said, there's no value in this one, is there? I think you've got to look in slightly the more exotic market, shall we say. I mean, I'd be quite interested in looking at Tottenham to win to 0, and maybe a little bit of something in that, because that Tottenham defence is pretty good, even though Jan Vertonghen will be missing because of that daft red card. It's going to be a fun game to watch. I won't really be worried about it because unless there's a major shock, I'm fully expecting Spurs to get 3 points from that one.
What do you say? Sorry, Martin. What do you say about Jan Vertonghen suspended, Dele Alli, Eric Lamela, Danny Rose, Victor Wanyama are out injured, all of them?
Yeah, well, it's not exactly held back Spurs' start to the season so far, has it? They've been doing pretty well. And away is the new home as far as Spurs are concerned. Unbeaten on the road so far this season. And long may it last.
Martin, would you go with the minus 1.5 Asian handicap? Would you give that to Tottenham?
Yeah, probably. I still think the value was horrible for this game from the bookmakers. Yeah. They're kind of putting people off actually backing it. One thing I did see that was quite interesting was Tottenham half-time, full-time at 1.87. They started strongly against West Ham, and I think they can come flying out of the blocks here. They're quite a hungry side. They play with a lot of passion. They press hard. So I can see them taking a lead into half time and carrying that over to the end of the game. 1.87 on half time, full time looks good enough to have a little bet from me.
Awesome stuff. 2 more matches we didn't talk about. Maybe you guys have something to say about Napoli versus Feyenoord or Sevilla versus Maribor. I can gladly bet what you're saying on that one.
I think they're both really low-priced favourites. I mean, they both should win, but at those prices, 1 to 6 for Napoli, 2 to 11 for Sevilla, just not really worth bothering with. I think you'll have to give them a serious handicap if you want to get any value. I gave Napoli a 1.75 Asian handicap at the weekend, and they only beat Spal by 1 goal. So not very happy with them at the moment. I'm staying away from them too.
Yeah, against Spal, they were really unlucky. They lost around 17 of opportunities of scoring. It's exactly Napoli's way of playing football. A huge attacking firepower, but missing a lot of opportunities. Yeah, I had them with minus 1.5 also against Spal, but conceding 2 goals from Spal, what you can say about this team? I think that also Feyenoord can create them problems in their defense.
There's nothing in this one for me. There's no value anywhere that I can see. It's a really tough one. I mean, if people have got anything, stick it in the comment section and I'll have a really good look at it. But for me right now, this is one to avoid.
Okay, cool. So at the end, like every end of every show, we are talking about our banker of Tuesday and our double of Tuesday. So let's start with you, Martin. What do you have for a banker and a double?
Oh, well, I think my favourite bet is Monaco to beat Porto at home. If I could stick that in a double, I'll just put them in a double with Tottenham, straight win. Yeah. Okay,
Stuart?
Got to go with Martin on this one. Monaco for the banker. They look the stronger team. And if I'm going to go for the double, it's that plus over 1.5 goals in the first half. Dortmund against Real Madrid. Yeah, that should probably just about do it.
Okay, for my banker, I'm going Tottenham in the over 2.5 goals at 1.85. And for my double, I'm going strong with Real Madrid to win the match. I have a really good feeling about that. And Liverpool to win away at Spartak Moscow. They should clearly show that they are the better team in this one, even though it's a tough travel. Real Madrid and Liverpool to win their games as my double. I think that gives us around 3.5 total odds, or even 4. I don't know exactly. But thank you guys for helping me in hosting this first Champions League show. It's really hard to replace Natalie. This is why I'm not replacing her. I'm just keeping her spot hot when she comes back to be okay. See you in the next days. After that, don't remember, guys, that we have in 5 minutes Wednesday matches with Flash and a Big Man. Martin and Stuart, thank you for joining me, and see you at the best show on Thursday.
Look forward to it. Thanks, Alex. Thanks for watching, guys.
Thank you.